Hi, my name is Eyana. I'm a first year medical student. If you're new here, hello. If you're returning, what's good? And we are getting ready to go into our midterm season. So if you like this content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the video. Anything Eyana here, I just want to let you guys know actually how this video is going to go. So this is from around September of last year, but I have so much footage. I just want to be able to share that with you, and some of it's good, some of it's bad, but I kind of want a cumulative like experience and show you kind of the truth behind how I was feeling my first term of medical school. So you'll see a lot of kind of jumbled clips, but the next couple clips are going to be of the food and some of the times I went out. And I hope you guys enjoy that.
All right, attention Red Lobster, we got a very special birthday in the building.
I already know these things are beautiful. This is lunch. I didn't eat breakfast this morning because I slept in from class, but we're gonna watch lecture and eat our lunch. So I went and studied with one of my classmates at their apartment's lobby, which beautiful apartment. I had a clip, but I have a study room at 1:30. Hopefully there's nobody in there so I can just eat lunch in the library. Probably watch like a show or something. And then I have my practical at 3:20. So it got moved up, which is great because normally I'm in that class until from 3:30 to 5 o'clock. Which it's not a bad thing. It's just, like sometimes it can be convenient, sometimes it isn't. And now I'm just glad that we have it. We're early. It doesn't seem too bad. I'm still very bad at like my lateral stuff, so my lateral view of things, and I can I'm probably gonna show you guys, like run you through what we have to point out, landmarks, all that other fun stuff. The biggest part of this is that we have to verbalize everything that we're saying and looking at, because I can do all of this very easily. It really is just being able to say the correct words. Like when your chest is caved in, that's excavatum, and when it has a protrusion, or when your sternal angle has a protrusion, then it's carnatum. And if I'm saying that wrong, I'm saying it wrong for the exam, because oh well. Okay, so I'll probably see you guys once I get into the library, and then once I get situated in my room, and then I'll probably just go through everything.
For the lumbar region, we have the greater trochanter of the femur, and we have the lumbar lordosis, and lumbar lordosis, greater trochanter of the femur, then we have the lateral condyle of the femur, and then we have the lateral malleolus, and then that's it.
can't connect to the Wi-Fi, but also the ants are getting worse, and there's a wasp under the table. Nice run while it lasted. Oh, the wasp is coming. I'm tired. I am so exhausted. I feel like emotionally the delirium's starting to kick in, and I feel like I have to put my head on the swivel now. I know stuff, and it's not showing right now. And it's not that I don't want to say big words like I'm disappointed in myself, because it's a lot of information. It's just, I don't really know how I'm feeling right now, but it's not good. We're going to be confident tomorrow. We're going to be good. It's just, I guess I'm going to have to do last-ditch effort to put the stuff in my short term at this point, and then just do better for the next one. But I'm going to try to get something to eat, because I am hungry. Not pretty, but I treated myself to some fries. Good morning, beautiful and wonderful people. We are on the way to our osteopathic principles and practice midterm. It is 43 questions and is 50% of my grade. And while we are not ready, we're gonna get ready. So so I didn't film myself last night, and that is primarily because I was stressed out, and I think filming what I normally don't do would have stressed me out more, because I'm not really a crammer, and this is giving the same vibes of how I was back when I was getting C's. So we're gonna spit that out of the air, because we're passing, and we're going to be getting A's, and we're going to be great. There's just a lot of anatomy on this midterm that I've never taken anatomy. On top of, I didn't really understand the lectures when I watched them. So, not sure what we're going to do about that, but I think at this point, I feel like I have a good mastery of it, enough to answer questions, or at least be able to knock some things out, but definitely not enough if it was a full anatomy test. But the practice questions that we got it was throwing anatomy in and out through all of it. So like, it was like, if we were looking for the planes of motion, it says it would be like, what joint is important in side bending, and then which plane is side bending in. So yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say, honestly, at this point, because it is what it is. I'll probably, because the exam's not until 8:30, I'll probably just skim through the slides, chill, listen to some music, stay away from the high stress area. and I'm gonna tell Danielle this in real life, but she sent me her Anki, and that's what I was doing last night, and that's why I have the understanding that I do about things. So shout out to Danielle. All right, anyways, I'm gonna go in and look over some PowerPoint slides, call it a day. Let you guys know how I feel when I get out. All right, hello beautiful and wonderful people. I am probably going to talk to you guys more a little bit in the car about my quizzes, but I wanted to come in. It's Friday morning, and we have a study schedule. I've actually gone through a couple of things now, so I know what my plan is. I've gone over 3 chapters, but I was going to show you guys the remnants of what exactly I did. So I have this wonderful, beautiful whiteboard right here. There was a old practice midterm that I was able, practice questions for midterm, that I was able to do some practice questions. So based off of all of the chapters that I have, put out what I have. All the stars essentially mean that it's more than 3 questions, which is the standard for each chapter. And yeah, so I have a good idea of what I need to spruce some things up on. But essentially, yeah, here's my thing here's my guide right here. So study focus, those are the 4 chapters that have 6 questions. We have 87 questions. So yeah, and then those are the ones with the 4 questions. So I kind of grouped them together in ways that kind of made sense to follow it because of big picture stuff. So that's what we're studying. I went ahead and did Anki cards for these. And hopefully when I get back from my cribs class, which is critical reasoning, something, it's supposed to be case-based learning. So once I'm done with that, I'll actually go through the learning objectives of these 3 and see if I can answer as much as I can, and then fill in the gaps where I can't. All right, we're back in the car. Woo! So we're gonna talk about my midterm, because I don't think I've talked to you guys about midterm at all. So my OPP, my osteopathic midterm, I passed it, and I passed it. There wasn't like exemplar grades or anything. I passed it. So I don't know if it's weird to like say grades or whatever, but I don't know. I feel like it's not a taboo thing. I knew what I knew. There was a lot of anatomy on that exam. They haven't released our official scores, but they have released our practical scores that I took on Monday, and I did get an A on that, so I'm really happy. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Me and my partner both ended up like killing it. Like, we knocked it out of the park. Both of us had 2.5 minutes left because we just knew what we're doing, because we came and we practiced. And so that definitely reassured me for sure. I'm sure I've already inserted a clip, but me and a couple other of my classmates went to Juicy Crab and ate I didn't have a crab boil, I just had a seafood boil, and it was so good. It was so good. And I was a little broke after it, but that was worth it. That was definitely worth it, because it was our study break. So immediately after our midterm, we started studying for our quiz. That was the next day. The quiz, I rocked one of them. The other one, not at all. It was terrible. It was population genetics and Hardy Weinberg. and it had math in it. And it's not that I'm not good at math, but like the question stem essentially said the dad's parents were affected, but he's not affected. So he has to be a carrier. But then it said his wife, she has no family history of the disease. They gave us like the incidence of it occurring. And then the question essentially was, what's the probability that the baby will have the disease? If mom has no family history of it, that means that she's not a carrier. So I was looking for 0, and 0 was not on that at all. Anyways, I was very butthurt about that one. And then we went through like pedigrees and stuff. And I swore that I knew it. And then at the last second, I changed my answer. But there were only 4 questions, so I'm just going to take my L and call it a day. I want to say somebody said like 27 PowerPoints for a midterm. Yeah, I'm not going to go through every single one verbatim. So last night was me kind of doing my, not last ditch effort, but kind of last ditch effort within a way of saying, okay, well, I don't know what I don't know, but I need to find out what that is. So I took a practice midterm, found questions, and I essentially went through what our exam breakdown is. And if the question had 6, like if the lecture had 6 questions, that was highlighted in red, because a lot of those that were 6, I only got less than half of the points for my practice questions. If I and I calculated essentially my scores. So like based off of the knowledge that I know now, I can get a 54. If I just fix the areas with 6 questions, I can get a 64. If I fix the areas of the questions that are 6 questions and 4 questions, I can get an 80. And if I can fix, I think it's maybe 4 more lectures regarding that just cohesively go well with the other lectures, like you need to know that knowledge in order to do well on the other lectures, then I'm about at 90. So my goal is to get proficient enough to be 90, and then just slightly review the areas, the couple chapters that I'm not gonna go as much over. The only thing is that we have to, on top of our lectures, we also have a histology practical on the same day, and that's 12 questions that we have to answer in 8 minutes, and they're fill in the blank. They're not multiple choice. I've essentially started the process this morning because I got up at 8. I slept in this morning, but I got up at 8, and then I went ahead, packed my lunch, made some coffee. I did Anki for the 3 chapters that I'm supposed to be covering. Well, 3 chapters that I'm covering for right now. I don't know how quickly I will get through it and be able to master the material, but my focus is to master them. My ideal is that I'm going through practice questions on Sunday only, and then just filling in any other gaps from that. So our professors have given us top hat questions. It's just a service that it's just an extra service that we have that we can answer questions on and have some practice. Anyways, I'm gonna get my stuff going to change into my flats and go in and be professional. We have co-translational sorting for your ribosomes. In the cytosol will start translation occurs. And then we have hydrophobic residues, primarily leucine, that comes up, and fours are signaling, recognizing signals within vertical, which are then recognized by signal recognizing particles are then recognized and stops translation in the free cytosol. I am responsible.
I get better every single day.
I get better every single day. Hello, good morning. It is time for our midterm, and I have all of the things. Let's just double check. I have some gum, my laptop charger, my wallet, and my ID should be on my white coat. And I got my ID. Beautiful. All right, let's get it popping. It's crack-a-lackin'. I love day of exam delirium. Not even delirium. I've prepared and there's nothing more than I could do. My mentor actually, I reached out to my mentor last night and she sent me her midterm like cheat sheet that she made. Cheat sheet, but essentially just a summary of all the chapters. So I looked at that. It's actually really helpful. Especially since we had to know diseases, and for the life of me, Clefler's syndrome, which is XXY, is gonna be my downfall. But I'm coming for it. We have here the breakfast of champions, French toast sticks, and then I made myself a Celsius. I might look at my thing one more time, but they're probably gonna let us in the exam early, so. And I want this to be a PSA for population genetics. I'm coming for you. Hardy Weinberg, I know who that is. I now have some free time. Maybe I'll get my orientation vlog up. I definitely have solid knowledge, so I'm not gonna doubt myself. And what's also comforting, I can miss 27 questions and still pass because there are 87 questions on this exam. I have a histology practical, and then I have the actual cell and biology exam today. We have raw scores turned on, which essentially means we'll be able to see whether or not we pass. Personally, right now, I'm not going to be calculating whatever 87 minus 24 is. It's whatever I said. Because I'll be fixating on that number instead of actually answering questions and flagging them the way that I need to. Like the histology questions, I'll go past my gut instinct of what to say. But the other ones I definitely need to read and take my time with the question to understand what they're asking before I jump the gun and give an answer. And I will say this. If you have not tried the packet Celsius, you need to. Because that right there is enough. And you can control your caffeine dosage, which is really nice. So like if I'm studying, it's like 4 o'clock and I need a boost, I'll use like a third of the packet and still have some kind of juice and a little bit of energy and can still go to bed. Like I fill this entire thing up. The recommended is only like 8 to 16 ounces. So what I'll do is I go to Aldi and I get like the little juice water enhancer. They're supposed to have energy, but they don't have that much caffeine in them. I'll fill the whole thing up, and then I'll just pick a flavor that supports the flavor of the Celsius. That way I haven't watered down my Celsius too much. Sometimes I do just throw the whole packet into 40 ounces of water. It's a nice way to get my caffeine and make sure that I actually drink all of the water I'm supposed to. I'll usually do that when I'm bored with water. But you can also tell, you can't tell right now, but this past week, I had a bout of dehydration because I was not drinking anything.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Alright, I will see you guys later. I'm gonna go take this exam. Oh my gosh. Well, we did it, Joe. We did it. Alright, we passed the midterm and I can relax. I have classes tomorrow, starting new stuff for the final. I did do some retail therapy that you guys maybe might have saw with one of my friends, one of my classmates. We rode over to Miniso, and I had to make sure that this worked for it, my thing, but I got headphones. These are so cute. Okay, we went to Hot Topic too. Oh, this is the other thing that I got from Miniso. Isn't that adorable? I wanted it to be purple, but this is still cute. So, Lore Olympus pins. If you know, you know. Persephone is my favorite. Hades is my favorite. I love Greek mythology, but this little spin, baby girl that does this, I can't think of her name right now, but chef's kiss, love it. And then I also got this other pin that I'm gonna put on my white coat, and it's Little Miss Sunshine. There was one that said dead inside, and it was a heart, and it was cute, but I decided to, you know, hold off on the pins like that for my white coat. Anyways, we're gonna go home so I can go get my Aldi bags, and then I can do some grocery shopping, and I can use my new Panda headphones. So I'm gonna tell you guys a little story about my formative OSCE, which is essentially my where I'm going in a room and I'm practicing my history taking skills. I came in the room, got some hand sanitizer, had the binder in my hand, was shaking my patient's hand, went to go sit down, and the stool, because I had the binder in, I didn't sturdy the stool, and I fell. And this is the aftermath of me falling because I hit the back of the counter, and my patient is like trying to help me get up, and I'm like, it's okay, I'm completely fine. I was just so excited to see you. And then I recover from it. I do my full history, have 3 minutes to spare, but I didn't realize that I had a scar. So this is the dangers of taking patient histories, apparently, for me. Alright, you guys, it is officially the end of the vlog. If you stayed this long, thank you so much for tuning in and supporting me for this long. And that was my September. I really enjoyed my September. I think my OSCE story is probably one of the things that I'm going to keep with me for a very long time. And probably one of the battle wounds that I'll have for a second, because I still have remnants of that bruise. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.